You know, both Labour and Conservatives are bad for the country, and I'd say Labour is slightly worse. But UKIP, I think, could be the real crowning cyanide pill on top of the shit cake that really would be the worst party to have involved. Because while they don't admit to being outright racist like the BNP do, BNP bloody discrimination against bloody homosexuals and whatnot, I haven't seen any of that with UKIP yet, although I certainly do have my concerns there to exactly what their views are on the various niche little areas like that, which will affect millions of people who will probably suffer in silence. But that's also a concern, you know. They've been very quiet there. Haven't heard anything from those departments, you know, the old gay rights and that. Haven't heard anything there. So that's should be something you should be wary about. And the what's the other thing? Oh, we're going 50. We're on a speed up. There's Cameron along here, and police love setting up police traps along here too. And yeah, and then you've just got the gay new political track. I just feel they could be far, far worse. You know, okay, they're not BNP bad, but at least BNP are so terrible everyone knows it and sort of very much little not votes. Although saying that, on the last election, there actually quite a few BNP members that got elected into bloody parliament, which is concerning. But I'd say it'd probably actually be beneficial to end up with another one of those, some kind of coalition or something again. Because that way you don't have one particular person in power. And that is one thing I will say where the political system beats a lot of other political systems in the UK, is the mechanisms are in place to stop any one person from having absolute power. While certainly all laws that get put into place in this country have to be signed off by the Queen, so the Queen does essentially still have power, although most people consider them as sort of non-existent. You're not going to be getting rid of the royal family over here. Seriously. There's no real benefit to it, really. You know, they bring in the tourism budget because everyone's like, oh, let's go see the British Queen and the royal family and whatnot. But yeah, you've got the old classic problems there. Oh, he's just overtaking that car, which means we can go back. No, he's not. Oh well, we'll just stay here. But yeah, we run into the very much thing where the Queen has to sign off any statute into law, essentially. If it's not signed by the Queen, it doesn't become law. Whereas there's a lot of other countries in the world, say the US, where it's like, has to be signed off by the president, and it's very much one person can essentially have absolute power, and it's, well, what they do, they're just flashing their lights, they don't seem to be indicating to go anywhere, which is good. Good, huh? They're still doing, I don't know why they're doing that, it's weird, they're breaking down or something. But yeah, it's very much concerning. It is very much concerning. Has me, going on. But yeah, that's how the system works, and it sort of keeps it basically prevents anyone having absolute power. So the government can come and overthrow the whole system and whatnot. They can certainly make stupid changes and whatnot, but there has to be a degree of an agreement. And there's also points in politics where, say, the House of Lords to the House of Commons, like one of the joys, because it's considered as the Houses of Parliament, not the House of Parliament, because there's at least two houses in there. And so the House of Commons' very much job is to scrutinise the work of the government. It's all these systems set up in place. The trouble is we're ending up with this whole political elite where we're getting these politicians who have never gone out and actually experienced the real world, you know, actually have real world jobs, you know, being out of business, being a bus driver. They're sort of trained up from the ground to be political, which is just stupid really, and that is